They say history repeats itself. People often fall into similar patterns in their lives, but have you ever stopped to wonder why? Why do you attract the same type of partner again and again? Why do you keep making choices that lead to dead ends? And why do you sometimes behave in ways that feel totally out of character? If you're nodding along, wondering about these universal patterns, then stick around. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of archetypes. We'll be exploring the 12 universal archetypes that reside within each of us. These archetypes are more than just abstract concepts. They're deeply ingrained psychophysical patterns that manifest in our behaviors, shaping how we think, feel, and act. So whether you're a curious individual looking for self-discovery or someone seeking to better understand human behavior, join us on this journey as we unravel the mysteries of archetypes and their profound impact on our lives. Welcome back to our channel, where we're passionate about helping you navigate the complexities of human behavior. So before we dive into the depths of these 12 archetypes, here's something important. Each archetype isn't just a part of you, it's a way of interacting with the world. They're like characters in a story, always there, waiting for their moment to shine. How they express themselves depends on your unique personality and the situation you're in. It's an interplay between what's inside you and what's happening around you. Now let's embark on a captivating journey through the 12 universal archetypes. Number 1, the innocent. Have you ever met someone who just seems to see the best in everyone and everything? That's the essence of the innocent. The innocent archetype embodies optimism, purity, and simplicity. When expressed healthily, it radiates warmth and childlike wonder, seeing the good in all things. However, when repressed or overly dominant, it can manifest as naivety or denial of reality. The innocent can easily be taken advantage of because of their trusting nature. Think of the character in a fairy tale who trusts the wolf in sheep's clothing only to face dire consequences. But remember, the innocent's optimism and faith can also be a source of strength, allowing them to bounce back quickly from adversity and find joy in the simplest things. No. 2, the everyman. Do you often find comfort in the ordinary and familiar? That's a glimpse of the everyman within you. The everyman archetype represents the desire for normalcy, authenticity, and genuineness. When expressed positively, it fosters empathy, relatability, and a sense of community. But when repressed, it can lead to feelings of isolation or pressure to conform. The everyman longs for connection and belonging, finding solace in shared experiences and common ground. However, when ignored, it may manifest as resentment towards those who seem different or superior. Picture the protagonist who feels out of place among the elite, yearning for the simplicity and acceptance of the ordinary. Number 3, the hero. Have you ever been inspired by someone who faced challenges head-on, showing courage and resilience in the face of adversity? That's the hero within you. The hero archetype embodies bravery, resilience, and determination. When expressed healthily, it fuels confidence and the ability to overcome obstacles. However, when repressed, it can lead to unnecessary risk-taking or burnout. The hero thrives on challenges, channeling their energy into achieving goals and protecting those they care about. But when ignored, it may manifest as reckless behavior or an unhealthy fear of vulnerability. Imagine the warrior who, lacking worthy battles, turns on themselves, burning away their purpose and potential. Number 4, the caregiver. Have you ever noticed how some people have an innate ability to nurture and support those around them? That's the caregiver in action. The caregiver archetype signifies nurturing, compassion, and selflessness. When expressed positively, it promotes empathy and generosity. But when repressed, it can lead to codependency, guilt, and martyrdom. The caregiver finds fulfillment in caring for others, often putting their needs before their own. But when ignored, it might manifest as passive-aggressive resentment or a tendency to rescue others out of a sense of obligation rather than genuine concern. Picture the saint who, when not venerated, turns into a shrew, bitter and disillusioned by the world's indifference. No. 5. The explorer. Are you someone who craves freedom and new experiences? Then you probably relate to the explorer archetype. The explorer represents a thirst for discovery, adventure, and personal growth through exploration. When expressed healthily, it fuels curiosity and a love for travel and new experiences. But when repressed, it can manifest as restlessness, escapism, or a fear of commitment. The explorer seeks to break free from societal norms, craving the thrill of the unknown. When not nurtured, this archetype might express itself through impulsive actions or a fear of settling down. Imagine the restless spirit who, feeling confined, lashes out or withdraws, yearning for open seas and uncharted territories. No. 6. The rebel. Have you ever felt drawn to challenge the status quo, questioning rules and expectations? That's the rebel within you. The rebel archetype embodies nonconformity, independence, and a desire to challenge authority. When expressed positively, it sparks creativity and innovation, disrupting the ordinary. But when repressed, it can lead to passive-aggressive tendencies, procrastination, and a fear of success. The rebel rejects societal constraints, craving authentic self-expression. However, when not acknowledged, this archetype can manifest as sarcasm, contempt, and a refusal to cooperate, undermining progress and harmony. Picture the revolutionary whose ideas, when silenced, fester in the shadows, turning into acts of defiance and subversion. Number 7. The lover. Do you find yourself prioritizing passion, intimacy, and deep connections in your life? That's the lover in full bloom. The lover archetype centers around romance, sensuality, and the pursuit of beauty and harmony. When expressed healthily, it enhances creativity, passion, and deep connections. But when repressed, it can lead to jealousy, possessiveness, and emotional withdrawal. The lover craves closeness, expressing affection through various forms of art or by building meaningful relationships. When not nurtured, this archetype can manifest as manipulative behavior, codependency, or a fear of abandonment. Imagine the artist whose passion, when unappreciated, retreats into a shell, losing its vibrant colors and warmth. No. 8. The creator. Have you ever noticed how some individuals have an innate talent for bringing imaginative ideas to life? That's the creator at work. The creator archetype embodies imagination, innovation, and self-expression. When expressed positively, it sparks originality, inventiveness, and a desire to leave a lasting legacy. But when repressed, it can manifest as destructive criticism, perfectionism, and a fear of failure. The creator thrives on bringing visions to reality, pouring their heart and soul into their craft. When not nurtured, this archetype can manifest as procrastination, self-doubt, and a fear of sharing their work with the world. Picture the inventor whose brilliance, when ignored, withers away, leaving behind only fragments of what could have been. No. 9. The jester. Can you recall a time when someone made you laugh, breaking the tension and bringing lightness to a serious situation? That's the jester's gift. The jester archetype thrives on humor, joy, and spontaneity, acting as a catalyst for connection and celebration. When expressed healthily, it brightens spirits, diffuses tension, and brings levity to challenging situations. However, when repressed, it can manifest as cynicism, bitterness, and inappropriate jokes. The jester uses humor as a defense mechanism, masking deeper emotions and avoiding vulnerability. When not given a healthy outlet, this archetype can turn into sarcasm, mockery, and a fear of genuine emotional connection. Imagine the comedian whose laughter, when not appreciated, fades into bitterness, leaving behind sharp jabs and cutting remarks. Number 10. The sage. When you think of a wise mentor who guides others with insightful advice and knowledge, you're tapping into the sage archetype. The sage represents wisdom, insight, and a thirst for knowledge and understanding. When expressed positively, it inspires guidance, mentorship, and a love for learning. However, when repressed, it can lead to arrogance, dogmatism, and a reluctance to share knowledge. The sage values intelligence and understanding, using knowledge to solve problems and enlighten others. But when not respected, this archetype can manifest as condescension, judgment, and a reluctance to help others. Picture the mentor whose teachings, when disregarded, turn into scorn and discouragement. Number 11, the magician. Have you ever witnessed someone who seems to have a knack for transforming challenges into opportunities? That's the magician at work. The magician archetype symbolizes transformation, healing, and manifestation. When expressed positively, it fuels imagination, innovation, and the ability to inspire change in oneself and others. But when repressed, it can lead to manipulation, deceit, and a fear of vulnerability. The magician believes in personal empowerment, using their intuition and creativity to manifest their desires. However, when not trusted, this archetype can manifest as illusions, manipulation, and a fear of authenticity. Imagine a healer whose gifts, when doubted, turn into harmful spells, causing pain and despair. No. 12. The ruler. When you think of a strong leader who takes charge and maintains order, you're tapping into the ruler archetype. The ruler archetype revolves around control, responsibility, and maintaining order and balance. When expressed positively, it inspires leadership, discipline, and a sense of security. But when repressed, it can manifest as authoritarianism, aggression, and a fear of losing control. The ruler craves power, not for domination, but to protect and provide for those under their care. But when not respected, this archetype can manifest as harshness, tyranny, and a fear of vulnerability. Picture the captain whose authority, when questioned, becomes a tyrant, losing sight of the crew's needs in their quest for total control. So, did you recognize any of these archetypes in yourself or others? Comment below which ones resonated with you and share your thoughts on how they shape your behavior and interactions. Remember, these archetypes are part of the rich tapestry of human behavior. Understanding them allows for deeper self-reflection and empathy for others. As you continue on your journey of self-discovery and personal growth, keep these archetypes in mind as they offer valuable insights into the complexities of human nature. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the 12 universal archetypes. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more psychology-packed content. We'd love to hear your thoughts. So comment below which archetypes resonate with you and share your experiences. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world of human behavior.